They wear the same facial hair too, so that makes it even harder to tell them apart.
Also, local restaurant Parquet Drive-In at 1230 East New Circle Road here in Lexington. They have great burgers, chicken, and fish. Check them out. We appreciate the support of Parquet Drive-In.
And next bout here, another heavyweight bout making his way to the cage, Ricky Muse, 1-0 on his career. And, you know, I don't know how much we want to get into it, but his first bout ended in kind of an unfortunate manner. You know, out of respect to him, I don't want to talk too much about it, but really just said, you know, hey, I got to get back in there. I got to see if this is something I really want to do, if I want to keep fighting and see if this is somewhere I want to go. So much respect to him to get back in there. Really interesting guy. You say he's been training in ninjutsu ryu for about 8 years and really just prefers to the old school way of training. So really interesting guy. You're going to see a little bit of unorthodox style here from Ricky Muse.
After that unfortunate incident, Ricky Muse handled himself with the utmost class and has ever since then. So Ricky 1-0 on his amateur career, getting a second crack at things tonight.
Yeah, I know a lot of people in the MMA community did and continue to reach out to Ricky Muse, and that just kind of shows the power of the MMA community. So definitely awesome to see him back in there tonight, taking on a guy in his debut here, and JC Cantrell trains with the guy you'll see in one of our pro bouts later on tonight, Harry Hunsucker, at Elite MMA in Richmond, Kentucky. So he has a boxing, kickboxing background, also has a blue belt in jiu-jitsu, and said, you know, I asked him, I said, what are your plans for fighting? And he said, I'm too old to make a career out of this. So this is just a bucket list thing for me. So also has a master's in science from Eastern Kentucky and helps teach online classes at that school as well. So pretty close to his hometown here in
about half an hour.
Richmond, yeah. So Eastern Kentucky Colonels, right?
Eastern Kentucky Colonels, yes, sir.
A little bit of a crowd ovation here for JC Cantrell.
JC Cantrell in the blue corner, the blue gloves. Ricky Muse in the red corner, the red gloves.
Representing Ninjutsu Ryu from Wallingford, Kentucky, Ricky Muse. And fighting out of the B2 Digital Blue corner, weighing at 250 pounds, representing Elite from Richmond, Kentucky, JC Cantrell.
Getting a heavyweight bout here. Hardrock MMA 93.
Live here at Heritage Hall in Lexington, Kentucky.
And an interesting stare down. You saw the JC Cantrell was getting fired up pretty intense. Ready to get it started here. And Ricky Muse, the more laid back guy. And Cantrell landed a couple of big shots right off the bat. Muse answers back here. Muse now starting to try to tee off. Cantrell backing up. Cantrell lands a right hand. A little bit of a wild start to this bout here.
Muse not shying away from the action either.
And Cantrell pushing the action here up against the cage. Much shorter guy, got to get on the inside of the taller Ricky Muse. Looks like Cantrell maybe trying to use some of that wrestling and jiu-jitsu background. Picks Muse up and slams him down to the mat.
And the fans love that, showing the local support.
And side control and teeing off, and that is the end of the fight. Big win there for JC Cantrell, and the crowd comes alive.
Good show of sportsmanship at the center of the cage.
And JC Cantrell fired up here, as is the crowd. A lot of action there in that short fight. You see JC Cantrell still posing for the camera.
Ladies and gentlemen, 54 seconds of the very first round. Your winner, referee stoppage due to unanswered strikes, JC Cantrell.
JC Cantrell now 1-0 on his career. Kelly, I think the fans definitely got the word that Hardrock MMA is debuting in Lexington tonight here at Heritage Hall.
Yeah. Very nice crowd.
Got an announcement here from Jason Lino. I know what this is. You may want to listen in.
We have a main event that was supposed to fight on this card tonight. So I want to bring up from 10th Planet, Adam Fritz.
If you can't find Adam Fritz, just look for the mullet. There it is. We found it. He doesn't have the mullet anymore, though, unfortunately.
No. still has a very youthful look to him. This was going to be the main event of tonight's card. Injury determined that the